like a daily thing you need to do when you work at Curie by a scientist. So we need to find the right person.
That's going to be, a scientist. I don't think he can carry the whole thing.
No, but it's one side. I said we will continue.
One side, yeah. And then you really, really have to find the right person because they are already quite overworked, especially the young PIs, because they're always grabbed for missions like this. And I'm not so sure that this is going to work. So
that's why we haven't decided on find the right person.
I don't think this is the only way to sustain the project, because if as we work with the HR label and with the Libra project, we are building the HR policy and the HR communication within the intranet and the internet websites. With Gwenaëlle, we talked about it several times, and with the video you will make. So I think, of course, we have to identify someone in science to carry out the project, but I think also we have to work integrating this part within our communication inside the research center, but also outside. So it's a long process of changing mind of everyone. So for the operational side and to start the project, identify someone in science is important, and I guess we cannot start the project or carry out the project without a person, but it's also our duty and responsibility as the HR team or the direction team to integrate that in all our communication when we recruit, when we communicate about what we do, and integrating the Marie Curie history as being values of the research center, really.
Sorry, can I ask, who is in charge of maintaining working on the label within HR? Is a group, an office, a person, a task force? Who is working for the label and will be working to maintain it? Okay. Could a specific Libra focus be added to this, or do you think it's implicit?
Yes, to us it's implicit.
It's completely limited.
It's linked for us. It's not Libra in one side and the HR label in the other side. It's really linked because we cannot develop the HR label and without integrating the gender balance and part of women in the science and advertise on that and on what we are. And we are an institution created by a woman, in fact.
When we asked for the label, all of the work before was based, or part of it was
Yes,
based on Libra and the results of all of the things that we already done in the project when we started. And so it's really, the label, the HR label is really completely linked to it.
Which aspect? Because Libra had different aspects.
Yeah, but it was really more about the whole career track and recruitment and more on these aspects.
The follow-up of the PhD students, the follow-up of the postdoctoral, how we maintain and how the life and the work balance, especially for the women when they are pregnant, when they have a baby, what we can think about. I don't know, helping those women to work until the end and to reintegrate them on the lab after 4, 5 or 6 months of maternity leave. That's all those questions we are really linked with the HR label too.
Okay.
And that's why, just to complete integrating anyone who's a slightly different, pregnant woman, someone with disabilities, or the LGBT questions.
You would take on a diversity.
Yes.
Yeah, to us, all of that is implicit. It has to be taken into consideration in everything that's under HR excellence. which is more work.
So when we're talking about the scientists, I think there are lots of different aspects of Libra when you talk, because for instance the sex and gender dimension in research is completely different.
This is completely
different to a career track.
Definitely. This is
so.
No,
you
but
cannot
for the HR,
just have one person who has to do all of this, because A, they would get confused, but also they wouldn't have the time to do this properly.
And so what you...
Well, for the sex and gender dimension in research at the moment, for sustainability, we're just starting the lecture series at the very last moment. So,
January,
Sabine is coming.
Sabine.
Then I would like to invite, the lady from Imperial College, who was also at this with the organs. That was a really good lecture. And then, of course, the Libra funding will run out, but here we do have they're French projects, and they're called LabEx. They're sort of like labels of excellence again, and then you get money to follow a particular research line. And there's one here which is linked to Genève, which is called DEEP, and another one which is linked to
cell biology and
Bruno Gu, who is now the director. And I've spoken to the manager of these two LabExes, and they will take over to finance the sex and gender and dimensional research lecture, sort of like, so that we have a real lecture series and really introduce the topic here at the Institute. And then, of course, the module that Paolo made, we have to discuss that with the training unit. They were overworked lately. So.
And okay, so we are almost there because we still have only 15 minutes. I would like firstly to know if you have some, because we need to see if we cover all our grounds. I still have one question, but first
about the things, I think that the most relevant obstacle because if I understood correctly, on the one side there is a strategy of unification of the different institutional setting to one procedures. The other is a learning process for HR in terms of procurement, career support, and so forth. And the third strategy is linking HR with the scientific sphere to mission. And
also having scientists.
Also having science directly involved, so not from the external office like HR, but internally through scientists. This is, if I understand, 3 different strategies you are trying getting together. I understood the issue for what concerns gender, sex in research is quite a difficult issue, but if I understood correctly, it's quite everywhere at the very beginning.
Yes,
so it's very difficult to put that scientific issue in the business as usual practice inside science. So the main constraints I saw is the complexity, probably, but it's too abstract perhaps. I don't know which are the main obstacles, the reaction of PIs. But for example, time constraints seems to be quite an issue quite everywhere, that people say, we have no time for this kind of things, we have no time for reading the email, we have no time. So which are also the practical obstacles you found out in your work, that this could be in these 3 clear-cut strategies. I found it as quite clear to me, but which are the main obstacles? Because you are a very large institution, you have to work to be in the market also. You said before, no, that it's important as an institute to be attractive to people. So, which are the main obstacles you found out during the Libra experience or the HR level experience you are facing with?
And so I joined mine, which was about what areas do you feel. One of course was sex and gender, but we know this is quite traction in Libra also because of the timing of the project for that area. But what are areas you think could be still unaddressed, or priorities still to, if any? So obstacles and new.
Maybe the obstacle, from my non-scientific point of view, is when talking with the scientists who are, truly, yes, overworked and having to challenge finding the money to sort of feed literally their career.